This is the latest TV from TCL called the C8K, and this probably is the brightest TV I have ever seen. Even in a bright lit room like this, the picture is very clear. I can guarantee that everyone would struggle to watch anything on a normal OLED TV here, but not this one. So how does the TCL C8K TV do it? Well, firstly by not having an OLED screen, that's how. They have a quantum dot mini LED screen that can push out a whopping 4500 nits of max brightness. Now that's 1500 nits more than your latest iPhone, which Apple claims you can view under broad daylight. So you can imagine what full brightness on the C8K TV would be like. But it's not running on max brightness all the time. On average, you might be looking at 700 to 800 nits. Now initially I thought that blacks would look washed out on a screen like this, but it's not really the case. The panel's black level can go as low as 0.4 nits, which is very close to zero that we see in high-end OLED TVs. Because behind this panel there is 1680 local dimming zones, and each of these zones can dim and brighten independently, which means deeper blacks and brighter highlights, and this in turn reduces blooming around bright objects. You also get incredible HDR performance, sharper shadow and vibrant colors can be seen in a well-lit room like this one. And with a TV that has a native resolution of 3840 into 2160, watching any type of content feels super immersive. Plus the crystal glow WHVA panel showcases consistent color accuracy and wide viewing angles of 178 degrees, which is perfect for watching a football game with all your friends. Also, a dynamic contrast ratio of 5400:1 is probably the best that you will see on any mini LED TV today. So every color pops and every detail stands out. This TCL C8K TV also manages to bring out natural and realistic skin tones, pretty much how the camera captured them in the very first place. So no one looks oversaturated or red for no good reason. So for a non-OLED TV, I think this is the best that you can get in terms of brightness, contrast and picture quality. Now let's talk about gaming. This TV has 4 HDMI 2.1 ports, which I think is more than enough to connect all your consoles or your PC. It supports 4K at 144Hz and 2K it can go up to 288Hz in VRR mode. And for a TV of this size, it's pretty solid. You can get smooth artifact-free gameplay at almost any frame rate and no broken frames regardless if you're on a console or a PC. There is also a game bar that changes when you change console, allowing you to make personalized game settings as you switch from one platform to the other. You also get AMD FreeSync Premium Pro, which means it works very well with AMD GPUs and Xbox. I played some HDR games that looked absolutely fantastic with this level of brightness and sharpness. Now let's talk about another highlight of the TV, which is the sound. As an audiophile, I love the fact that TCL partnered up with Bang & Olufsen and gave us their speakers. Now I think because this TV is a bit chunky than your regular OLEDs, TCL had some room to play around with and put some solid speakers inside, and that's exactly what they did. It does not sound thin at all. There is proper bass and emphasis on the lower range with warm trebles. Nothing gets muddy as mids come very accurately. The TV also comes with Dolby Atmos and Virtual X certification, which means good 3-dimensional sound effects and more natural tone. But of course, getting a soundbar will make the sound even better, but I think it's not an immediate concern given how good the TV's out-of-the-box sound really is. It can definitely fill up a medium-sized room with no issues at all. And in terms of design, I think TCL has done a very good job. The bezels are almost non-existent, so images go from edge to edge. TCL are calling this border-free vision. If you put this up against a wall, it will sit flush. The clean lines and minimum amount of branding gives this TV a very clean and modern look. So this can be a statement piece for your living room. All you have to do is pop in one of TCL screensavers and you are done. As you can see that I have used the base stand to keep the TV up, which is sturdy and holds the TV well, and even has some cable management options at the back. The TCL C8K has Google TV or Chromecast built in, so you get a familiar layout to browse through all your media and your shows. You will get all the right recommendations and all your apps here, which I really like. And there is also TCL channels that you can watch for free. The remote is standard, but it has a built-in mic, so you can just speak to it directly if you are trying to search for something on YouTube or somewhere. No need to type anything with the remote, which can always be so annoying. Plus, you can use AirPlay 2 for iOS devices or use the TCL app to control the TV completely without the remote. So overall, I think the TCL C8K TV is a fantastic TV. I bet the competition is sweating because at around 3000 Australian dollars, this feels like a bargain. So if another big name brand make this exact TV, you would be easily paying way more. So for a TV designed for bright rooms with excellent sound, OLED-like blacks and razor-sharp contrast, the TCL C8K is a serious contender. So why pay more when you can get pretty much the same, if not better, at less price? The model that I have shown here is the 65-inch, but it scales all the way up to 98 inches. I'll leave a link in the description below so you can go and check it out.